Welcome to my corner tea bar. Finally inside. It's kind of cold outside and misty, mysterious mist going on outside. We are here with these two teas, and I'll explain the reason why we have these two teas. How you doing?
Doing great. You?
Feeling good already? We've been drinking tea for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We were drinking this black tea from Stone Leaf House, Wu Liang Hong Cha. So just and that noise you hear is my dog doing himself self therapy of like biting on something because he hears certain noises and he gets all weird. So he got all weird and then he grabs a thing he has and he starts biting on it. I wish that more people would be like my dog, that when they get weird, they will do self soothing things.
Like trying to break something that's unbreakable.
Yeah, I break stuff, but I don't know. So here we have what seems to be a white tea, and why I'm saying what seems to be a white tea from Big Love Tea House. It's just because of how it looks like. It's pressed in this in small, probably like 5 gram or something like that. Um, what are those called? Squares. But it's pressed so tight, dude. Maybe it's not not pressed into a square, but into like some sort of um
Bang.
a bang, yeah, with squares. Those and it says this, like that's all it says there. And if I'm drinking this tea and I want to put it on camera, I'm like, oh geez, I don't know what it says, and then I have to look at on my camera to look at the QR code to know what it is, and then it takes you to Instagram. And if you don't have Instagram, like what are you gonna do? Anyways, that's the way he's doing it. Hopefully, he changes his labeling and puts something in English there. But we can assume that is white tea.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. You know, um,
I mean, it tastes like white tea for sure.
it does. And the reason why we're drinking two teas is because that comes so compressed that I left it with water for like half an hour, and it did not open up. I had to take the knife into the thing, and it did not open up. And it's a small, kind of like quarter size, compressed little square. And it's kind of dangerous to try to hold it and poke it with your knife and open it. So I'm gonna suggest to them to make it in a way that is a little bit more accessible. Without doing that, we'll still not be able to drink this tea because it was not opening, it was not steeping, it was just like floating in the water there for a while.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, it's nice. It was time to drink something else. We wanted to drink tea, so I grabbed the Wu Liang Hong Cha from Stoneleaf Tea House. The flavors I pick up on this white tea. Do you want to start? What do you pick up? My
I
nose
picked up.
is messed up, and so is yours.
I picked up sort of like a vanilla-ish, hint there. It definitely has like a soft but slightly bitter taste. Not like bad bitter, but like good bitter. You know. Um, it has like a citrusy almost.
So yeah, still compacted there. Um, so well, that was on our first brew, and it was because I left it there for a while. So it probably was a little bitter because I had left that hot water there for a while. However, usually on white teas, you don't get that bitterness.
You know.
They're very permissive of
Yeah.
that.
Now it doesn't have that bitterness at all. It's just like a soft, creamy flavor.
It's a soft, creamy, definitely uh, Yunanese type of tea. It it has kind of like a spearmint
I guess.
feel to it, not the flavor, but when you're drinking spearmint and it has that refreshing kind of round thing. I don't feel any hay-like or
No.
earthy tones at all. It's nice. I would say I would put it in the category of a Xiaomei. Look at that Xiaomei. And yeah, I don't know how much it costs. I have no idea. But that said, I think that this one will age well. In the category of a shomei, no, it's not. I'm not saying. Well, there's got a lot of leaves there. I don't see any buds. Leaves, twigs, big leaves. But mainly because of how it tastes. Not, I have no idea what they consider it to be, but shomei in the sense of how it tastes to me. Like most of the shomeis I've drunk have that more herbaceous feel to it, on top of the usual
Like
white
tea.
tea,
Yeah.
So it has a little bit of that. And then we have this one, which is
Red tea.
yeah, it's red tea. I don't have a dry thing outside, so we'll show this. Um, what did you think about it when you tried it?
When I tried it, it's like it's nothing special. It's not a bad tea, and it's not the greatest tea either.
It's like a daily drink here.
Yeah, it's like that kind of tea that if you were to go to like a place, and they had this as an option to drink tea.
Like a place like what? Like a specialized tea place, or
I
just
like
a restaurant and they had tea?
a restaurant and they have tea, but it's not like you know a burger place and they have tea and it's like a tea bag. No, no, no. I mean like
Just like
yeah,
a regular black tea. That's how you're saying it is.
yeah.
Well, it is. I don't think it says that it's organic. It doesn't say. I don't think it's organic. So
It does have a similar flavor to the Black Phoenix from Blue Willow, but it's kind of like
without all that cocoa kind.
yeah,
Wrap.
it's like it's the same black tea profile without the whole specialized into tasting like chocolate.
Yeah, and I would say something like Blue Willow's Black Phoenix is like drinking champagne, and
And
this
this
is
is like
like a good tasting white wine. They're all white wine, but you're gonna be drinking every day champagne. You're gonna like get tired of it. It's not.
champagne.
It's nice when you. It's nice when you have it once in a while. You're like, oh, it's nice, that. But if you start having it every day, you kind of like get tired of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I would get tired of it. I mean, I think people could be drinking champagne every day, but I would get tired of it. And
Yeah.
in the sense of, so we're letting this white tea steep for longer so we can extract more flavor. And this one will be more like a daily drinking type of tea, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I could drink this tea every day that I go to work. Kind of like I drink a Shou Puerh every day I go to work. It doesn't get me tired, but I don't know if I would be able to drink every day a Black Phoenix, or like an oolong, like a
Yeah,
gong thing.
it's like a dark tea, probably a Shou Puerh is like the ultimate daily drinker because you never get tired of the taste of a Shou Puerh, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can have it every day.
It's
I mean,
it's like a coffee.
I get tired of the taste of it after 5 days of having half a gallon a day. So that's
Yeah.
not getting tired of it. I mean, it's just like I want to drink something different, and I have all the things to drink. So I won't say I'm getting tired of it. It's just like I also feel the urge of drinking these other things.
And I think a good comparison of this, what it is,
Liquor.
it's like a Black Phoenix, right? So
Which one?
this one, the
It's a Wu Liang red tea. So from Wu Liang Mountain, and I think that's the Phoenix Mountain. I'm not sure, but I think it is.
well, I'd say the good comparison for that tea there. Sorry for pointing with my pinky, but
Hong Cha.
um, but that one in comparison to the Black Phoenix from Blue Willow is like
Yeah,
a
and it's
super-
unfair. It's unfair to compare. So it's like, you know what I mean?
yeah, but
Go
I'm like
ahead. Yeah.
it's like a latte compared to like a special seasonal like blah 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 from
Yeah.
Pete's Coffee.
But you're also comparing something that is $40 against like $6 for the same amount. You know what I mean? So for that price, this quality of tea, it's more bang for the buck than Blue Willow's Phoenix.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like it. This is a good tea. I love it.
And there are other Hong Chas like Yunnan use Hong Chas. There are like Liang Hongs, that's what I'm talking about. There's like Golden Bud, there's Yin Yu Mei, there's all other stuff out there. Lapsang,
Yeah.
So this kind of has a little bit of that lapsang.
This is like, again, I'm gonna put it in my category of like I would do homework or be writing a paper while drinking this. This is a tea that I would put in my like study category, like writing a paper or doing homework in general, or doing work stuff. Like this is definitely a sit at a desk tea.
You're talking about the red tea we're drinking.
Yes.
Which I have not shown the color of the brew. This is like the third. No, not the third, maybe the 7th brew, and it's still going. So that's the other thing. It remains the same for a long time.
Yeah.
So you can keep brewing this tea, and it.
Yeah, it's not like a tea that has like a peak and then it just goes down from there. This is like it reaches a peak and it maintains that.
Yeah.
And then eventually, after like I don't know, 12 brews, it's gonna just.
I think we're beyond 8 right now.
Yeah. So it's pretty good.
So that's mainly what we have to say about the teas we're drinking. I'm gonna rinse your cup a little bit so we can have a little bit more of the white tea. I'm not giving a huge description of how is this black tea, because it really just tastes like black tea. It has a little bit of a dryness in the mouth to it, but that's the typical dryness that then later on feels kind of like sweetness in your mouth, as an aftertaste.
Yeah.
And then one last comparison. Yeah, this is a pajama comparison.
Yeah. Yeah, these are both good.
It does have that slight astringency of Shou Puerh. I would say, dude, this white tea has good potential to be put away for years and let that greenness that's still there mature, because I can sense it. It almost turned into a Sheng right now.
Yeah, that's true. It does have kind of like a Shang feeling to it.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a Sheng. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it does taste like a white tea in the beginning.
All it says is
no, that's not.
Oh, that's it.
It doesn't say anything. Look at that. It says the only thing that I can read is 2022. The rest is QR and the rest is Chinese. You're gonna have to be able to read anything.
I can try.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't recognize any of the characters at all.
There's T at the very end. Chinese character for T.
I can only read like a few Japanese characters, and that's all.
Yeah, but also you don't know what they mean in Chinese, and they are the same almost. Because the Japanese adopted Chinese symbols. It's the very end of the water, so directly in the cup.
We can use the Translate app and put the.
No, I have to follow the QR. Why would I do all of that? So yeah, it does have a backbone of a Sheng. It's weird. We'll see what it is. But that's it. Have a good one.